Right, so we're heading off to where, Anya?
Nuriootpa, and yes, it's only what, 10-minute drive from Tanunda, but there have it. We've got more to do.
But we're in Mount Barker at the moment, passing through Mount Barker, and there's as you can see, we're in a beautiful parklands and a nice creek behind us and that, and just over behind the trees over there is a coffee, coffee van, bit of a food van. So we're just going to go and see what they got. If we can get some brekkie, great. If not, well, we miss out.
An egg roll, naughty but nice.
Well, I haven't tried mine yet. I'll let you know if it's any good or not.
And they steam the top of their egg, like I was showing you before. Not many people do, so
it's the only way to do it. So what's the verdict, Anya?
Not bad.
Well, my eggs were a little bit overdone, but I've got to admit, I actually really enjoyed mine.
Yeah, I like crispy bacon though.
True. But you've got to be happy. It's on the side of the road. They're doing a great job. Beautiful. This is our campsite. Took the awning in, it started to get a little bit windy, so we're going for a bike ride. We're going to go from Nuriootpa to Angaston on the bike trail. It should be a bit of fun. Let's do it! Coming into Angaston now. This is another old railway line we're riding on. All aboard! Woo, woo. It's all a playground. Look, slippery dip. Look at that big slippery dip up there. Up, where are we? Up here. Kids love that, that's great. Yeah, righto. We've had thousands of people asking us about our van and what's in it. Yeah, hold on. Hundreds of people. Look, nobody's asked. We're going to show you anyway. We'll show our van, show you what it's got, and hopefully some of you will be interested in just... I know I love looking at other people's vans. So hopefully you guys will be interested in having a look at ours. So we'll get started just over here. It's just a standard, pretty much a standard van, very nice. Tunnel boot down here, goes all the way through, under the bed. Got two external speakers. Got the old drop down, but with power and a 12 volt adapter and for your aerial to sit your TV on, which is great on a nice summer's night, obviously. There's our setup with our tables and chairs. We just we don't want it bin inside, we don't feel we need it, so we can just lean out, open the door, lean out and just throw all our rubbish in here. And we just tie it to there so it can't blow away or anything. The only problem we've ever had is probably the animals coming in, dogs and that, getting into the bin, but it hasn't happened a real lot. So for the little bit of inconvenience, I think it's fine. I really like our door we got. The locking system on it is fantastic. You can separate the two doors like that, and that's a really fine mesh for mozzies and all that crap. And then you've got a really hard mesh here for anyone to try and get through. Get rid of that. Yeah, we'll go around the back, see what's around there. Probably nothing. Well, I love using this bag, the rubbish bag. I love using that for all my silage hoses and fittings in here. I just find it works really good. Now another thing, I've heard that these people on YouTube are fantastic and you should like and subscribe to them and share. Apparently they're great. Now what we're really happy with is with our rear bar here, it's connected right to the chassis, so it's really strong. So we could put toolboxes or whatever on there. Right, let's just have a look. Yeah, just for the toilet. Really nothing on this side, nothing to talk about. But anyway, we'll get around to the front now. Obviously the old bikes, we've shown you this before. They're fantastic. Got a mate make up this frame here. I've just got to paint it yet, and we can take this off and say there's some good riding 50 k's away, like some mountain bike riding, put it on the back of the car, off we go, bring it back, put it back on here. Works a treat. They comes with built-in locks for you to lock your bike on there as well. Now the other thing we did do is we changed to one of these Cruise Masters from the standard hitch. Now the reason we did that is every time we're pulling up on a bit of an angle or a bit of a slope or something and we went to unhitch, the bloody Caravan would fly into the car or fly sideways. To get it off the ball was a pain in the butt. Whereas this thing just seems to be working a treat. Now, as you would have noticed, down here, we've actually finally got ourselves a diesel heater. And man, that works a treat. It's really good. Now, we've put it on the front here because we're going to put it on the back, and we're also going to put a couple of jerry can holders to hold, you know, some extra diesel in for the longer trips and so forth. Problem being, when the guy put this in for us, Homer 12 volt, by the way, did it for us. Everything we've done is, most of the, like all our batteries, everything we've done is through them. I'll take you inside and show you the diesel heater and the batteries in a minute. Sorry, what I was getting at was, apparently it's illegal to have fuel on the back of your vehicle now, in case someone runs up the arse of you. So that's what I was told. I don't know the rules and regs on it, but that's what I was told, so we put it there. So if someone wants to prove me wrong, we're in South Australia, but apparently here in South Australia, it's illegal. So for anyone that doesn't know that, might pay to look into it, because I'd hate for you to have an accident and lose your insurance. All right, let's crack on inside, eh? Give you a look in there. Okay, so let's have a gander in here. I'll grab a torch. Oh, by the way, these torches are fantastic. They're rechargeable, 12 volt with a dimmer. They're nice and bright, or as dull as you want. Yep, got them home at 12 volt as well. They're fantastic. Okay, so we'll check the diesel heater out, and I'll get you to hold that, please, Anya. Thank you. Right, actually pass it to me. Oops, sorry. We're having to use the phone because anyone with a GoPro knows they're not very good in the dark. Now there's my diesel heater. So what he's done, he's put a protective box over the top with a vent at the back, so that when we fill it up with stuff, if we accidentally forget to pull stuff off of it, you can still use it without it catching fire or causing any problems. Here's our control panel down here for it, and here's our outlet here, and I've got to admit we're very happy with it. Give that back to you, please, Anya. Now we'll show you our 12 volt system. Now our 12 volt system is absolutely brilliant. Now what he's done is he set it up in such a way we don't turn from 12 volt to 240 or vice versa. If we're off grid or it's just in the yard at home, we just walk out and use it as if it's plugged into power. You wouldn't know any difference. The only difference is when you want it plugged into power, you plug it in. That's it. We've got nothing special to do or anything else. Now I'll show you what he's done in here. We've just got our water pump over here, and just here he's put in, or they've put in, 3 150 lithiums. So we've got 450 amp hour lithium batteries on there. And then over here, over this side, look at this sucker. He's thrown in a big ass 3000 watt inverter, and that thing is fully automatic. So that's what switches between 12 volt and 240 automatically. We've got it like the air cooler, air cooler is plugged into it. We can probably get 6 hours or whatever roughly out of our batteries, using that heater air cooler straight. We've got around 400 to 500 solar on the roof. Yeah, it's pretty brilliant. The whole thing, we couldn't be any happier.
Yeah, everything works a dream. And we've actually even got a little remote for the diesel heater. Which,
oh, we do too. Yeah, where's that?
Up in the cupboard there. Which you think, oh, yeah, why would you bother? But it actually comes in very handy.
Yeah.
Saves you bend it down underneath the bed and controlling the heat.
Here it is here. Off, on, up and down.
Simples.
It's great. The other thing is, Gary and Ashley are gonna put in put Bluetooth on it as well. We're just waiting for them to get that in. It just hasn't come in as yet. So we can be out wherever, and we can tell it to turn on or whatever else, so you can preheat it. So yeah, it's supposed to be the Bluetooth side. It's supposed to be really good as well. So we'll just see. Yeah, and just up here, that's just our water gauge. That's nothing out of the ordinary. Here's our gauge for our 12-volt batteries. But we do have an app. We actually do have a Bluetooth app on our phone or a tablet that we can just leave on, and it tells you what's coming in from the solar, what's going out to the batteries, how much longer the batteries are going to last with the output that you're using, all that sort of stuff. It's great. The other thing we got, which Homer 12 I just put in the other day, was this filter system. Now we had a couple of options with it. We had one that you could put in that was two really small filters, but we ended up going for this option. It's only one filter, but in that filter it splits into two sides. So one side is carbon, and like coconut carbon or something, and the other side does something else. I'm not sure what it is. We'll put it in the description and show you. And so far, we got a reverse osmosis at home, and this thing, just taste wise, it tastes as good as the one at home. So fingers crossed it's going to be great. But yeah, it takes up bugger all room and seems to work a treat.
Probably it depends, obviously, how much you use it, but you can get 2 years out of it, I think they said.
Yeah, 2 years out of roughly about $40 for a new double filter.
Yep.
And you get about 2 years out of it. Rest of the interview.
Anyway.